Good morning and happy Tuesday, y'all. Happy Tuesday. How is everybody's Monday gone? Hopefully everybody had a good Monday. I'm hoping anyways. Mine was okay. It was fairly busy. Didn't have many people in office yesterday, so made for a runaround day. So very cool. Good morning. How are we doing today? Are we ready to have some fun today? Good morning, Jen. Good morning. Good. How is everybody doing? How was y'all's Monday? Hopefully y'all's Monday was good. Y'all, I have to say, I had so much fun yesterday making that seat cover, and I have to tell you, it worked phenomenal. Good morning, Sherry. How you doing? I'll have to say, my seat cover, because I went quite a few different places because I was running around because I didn't have many people in office yesterday. So needless to say, I was in my car and out of my car and in my car, and y'all, that seat cover don't move. So putting that the stuff underneath. Good morning, Miss Debbie. Putting that stuff underneath, it worked great. You finished your rag quilt last night and did my binding. Yay! How did it work for you? I hope it worked well for you. I hope the binding turned out awesome. I have to say, doing the binding that way, and the more you do it, the more you'll find out is like, I can bind my quilts. This works out really well. It works out really well. Right? Now you're like, hey, I can do more quilts now because I can bind the heck out of these things. Fun. I'm excited. But yeah, thank y'all so much for your help yesterday with that seat cover because, like I said, it worked out really well. And my first time I made my own. Awesome! Well, congratulations. I'm excited for you. Congratulations. That is so cool. I am so excited for you. Very cool. See? That makes me happy. If I can help y'all out and you are out there sewing, we're having fun. We are having fun. We're going to have some fun today. You're very welcome. I am excited that you like to learn from me. That is my goal. Is to give back, help y'all out. So, and if you can learn from the way I do it, hey, why not, right? And plus, I learn from y'all too. So, I mean, look, yesterday, we learned all kinds of things yesterday, and we had a lot of fun and a lot of laughs, and it worked out. I mean, shoot, we had the saran wrap out, we had the aluminum foil out, we had everything out yesterday, but you know what? It turned out and worked out great, so thank you for that. So, drinking more coffee this morning. So, we are going to have I got a mess going here. So, I'm going to show y'all what I did. So I had ordered some DTF transfers hold on, I want to tell you the company. I want to give out a shout out to this company because I have to say, I ordered them, and then the day I ordered them, they shipped them that same day. So I did custom, I gave them my designs, and they printed them, and this is Custom Print AZ. So I sent them my images. I'm going to show you what I sent them because I'm having fun with the DTF transfers. I'm having fun with these DTF transfers. Check these out. So I sent these images to them yesterday or last week. I sent them to them last week, and y'all, they printed them off for me. So I'm going to have some fun with some mug rugs, something on these. How cute are these? So I'm going to have some fun with those. I'm going to put these up. Depending on how much time we have today. I also got, thanks for the follow. Good morning, y'all. Happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday morning, y'all. And y'all, we have some with, good morning. Thank you for him. He is just so sweet. You gotta say hi. But, so I have some with a Halloween theme. So these are DTF transfers. So if we have time today, we may have some fun with those. Good morning, Miss Billy. How are you? Good morning. It's so good to see you. Good morning. So this morning we are doing, we're doing the Halloween theme. We are doing that Halloween themed quilt that y'all asked for. So the center, good morning, Miss Donna. How are you? Good morning, good morning, good morning, Patty. Good morning to everybody. I try to catch all y'all, but I end up missing a few of y'all. So, but I'm saying good morning to all y'all. Good morning and happy coffee morning to you. Happy coffee morning to you. So this morning, ready for class with my coffee. Awesome, Velma. Good. Awesome. Awesome. And again, I want to send this shout out to all y'all for yesterday. Just a big, huge shout out to all y'all for yesterday, because without y'all's help yesterday with that seat cover, I don't think it would have happened. I don't think it would have happened. And I'll tell you, it worked phenomenal because I was in and out of my car quite a few times yesterday and it worked great. Oh my gosh, how cute is that? Shake my head. Oh my God. Ah, how cool. That is so cool. Oh my gosh, that was fun. That was a fun one. Well, thank you, Miss Mama Billy. Thank you. Right? Isn't that the cutest thing? Oh my gosh, that was so cute. That was so cute. Good morning, Miss Lisa. Good morning. Good morning. So, but yeah, huge shout out to all y'all yesterday for all your help with my seat cover. I love it. So thanks for all y'all's help with that yesterday. That was a lot of fun. It was a fun live yesterday. So today, Halloween. Y'all wanted to do a Halloween quilt. So the panel, I got this panel when I went to Montana and visited my brother-in-law with my husband. We went sightseeing and I went by a quilt shop and they had this panel up and they did it as a quilt. We're not going to do the same pattern. We're not going to do the same pattern as they did. So we're going to make up our own pattern. We are going to make our own pattern. So what I've done is I did a sample square. I did a sample. Oh, I missed it. I need a seat cover. You didn't see the live yesterday, Miss Patty? Oh my gosh. Do I have a, can I pull up the picture? Let me see if I can pull the picture up. So I reposted the live on YT and hold on. I think I want to show you all this because I was excited. We're going to go back just for a minute. I want to show her the seat cover. Mute. We're going to mute you. Mute. Okay. I'm going to show you the seat cover from yesterday because y'all helped me with that thing yesterday. Check that out. Is that not cool? That is the seat cover we did yesterday. That was so much fun, y'all. That was a lot of fun. And with y'all's help, it turned out fabulous. It turned out fabulous and it fit really well. So, right? It is quilted. Yes, it was quilted. So it was sandwiched. So what I did is, well, anyways, we don't want to go back to that because if I go back to that, we'll be sitting here all day talking about it. So go check out the video. I reposted yesterday's live on YT. Go watch the video. You'll see how we did it. So it's all quilted. It has bias tape in there. We made, and we binded it. And a good one for you. We added shelving, or the shelf lining, your cabinet shelf lining, underneath it. Check out the video. It worked out really well. So, and thank y'all for all the ideas. Good morning, Miss Cynthia. Good morning, good morning. Okay, back to Halloween. So we are going back to Halloween. So y'all wanted to do a Halloween quilt. So we are going to do a Halloween quilt. We're going to have some fun today with the Halloween quilt. Thanks for the follow, Miss Patty. I appreciate it. Good morning, Maddie. How we doing this morning? So, y'all are going to learn how to make this quilt square. Y'all are going to learn how to make this quilt square. I did a sample one. Yes, need to get the Halloween going. Halloween's coming. Halloween's coming. So what we're going to do, I'm going to show y'all how to do this. And I'm going to show you where I got this quilt out. So this is the panel. This is a BP. So this is with BP. I sold BP for quite almost a whole year. And this is where I got this necklace from. So Miss Debbie that is on here, if you want to give her a follow, I think you're on here, Miss Debbie. She does BP, so you can go and get some from her. So Lux Slayer. So I think these were the pendants. So I like BP, but I like sewing more, so no negative things on BP, so we're doing sewing. I have more fun with sewing. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, this one is I went nuts on the pendants, y'all. I went nuts on the pendants and bought, I don't know, like 12 different pendants because I loved all of them. So I was like, well, I could wear those with to work. So I like them. They're kind of pretty, right? So anyways, BP earrings too. But okay, back to sewing. So this is where the fabric came from, is this kit. Thank you. And Miss Bama Billy, she does BP too. If you're looking for BP, you can give Miss Bama Billy a follow. Yes, I did used to do BP. It was fun. It was fun. I was going to say, you probably saw me on there too. So, so sewing. So this is the kit that this comes from, that this panel and this fabric comes from. We are not doing it this way. I have a hard time following patterns because I like to make up my own patterns. So this is where it comes from. I just wanted y'all to see this is where the fabric panel comes from. So we're going to put that away because we're not going to use that. We're going to make up our own. We're going to make up our own. So we're going to do, I'm thinking if we have time, we may do a couple different squares, but we're going to do this one. So I'm thinking this one is going to go to all the, so we have the panel. So I'm thinking we'll have this on each corner of it. We'll have one of these on each corner. Good morning, Renee. Good morning. Good morning. And he's just the sweetest thing. He is just the sweetest thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to make 3 more of these. So what we're going to need is we need 4 2.5-inch strips. We need 4 2.5-inch strips with these. So we're going to go ahead and cut some strips, and then we're going to sew these strips together. Because see, you'll sew the strips together and then we'll cut out squares from these strips. And I'll show you how we end up with this square. It took me a little bit to figure out how to piece it together. Took me a little bit to figure out how to piece it together, but we figured it out. We figured it out. So it worked out really well. Worked out really well. So let's get to cutting. Let's get to cutting and see what we can come up with. See what we can come up with, y'all. Fun, fun. How did y'all's Monday go? I tell you, the best part of yesterday was the live yesterday morning. Because after that, I ran around with my head cut off, y'all. I ran around with my head cut off because it was just a crazy, crazy day. Sorry I didn't catch most of your calls to me yesterday, Lise. I apologize. So what we're going to do is we need to cut some 2.5-inch strips, y'all. We need to cut some 2.5-inch strips. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this fabric I have. Let me put you down. Renee, are you saying hey to me, or is that was before, wasn't it? I apologize. Sometimes I miss the comments, and I apologize for that. So we're going to take this fabric, and we're just going to do 2.5-inch strips. So I'm going to line this up here. Line this up. Halloween theme, y'all. Halloween theme. Get the ruler out. So like I said, 2.5-inch. 1, 2.5. So on this mat, you have the dotted lines in the middle is your half. So that gives you your half there. So we're going to cut. Get off there. Tape. That was from yesterday, y'all. I had sticky stuff all over the place from that mat stuff, but like I said, worked out really well. So we're going to do a 2.5-inch strip of this one, and I need 4. So we'll just do, I think if we do one more of these, so we're going to do 2.5-inch strips there, and then 2.5-inch with this fabric. Isn't this fun fabric? Like I said, I'm really not a skull fan. But I don't know, I'm kind of liking the panel. Kind of liking the panel, y'all. So for tomorrow, we're doing those blue tiles. And I have some, what do you call it? A quilting design that has candy corn. What do y'all think about candy corn quilting on this? Because I'm thinking if we get it done today, we could quilt this tomorrow. We can quilt it tomorrow. That's a possibility. We could get it done today. What do you think about it? Candy corn is good? Okay. Yeah, I thought, I was like, you know, candy corn is kind of like a Halloween theme. We could quilt this quilt with candy corn. Give it a little fun. Okay. All right. Let's see what our flash goal is this morning, y'all. Yeah, it's a fun print. It's a fun print. So, like I said, I'm usually not a skull fan, but I'm kind of liking it. I'm kind of liking it. What? Oh, I was like, what did I do with the other one? See, I end up losing things here, y'all. So where did I gotta look at the other theme? Yeah, I did those. Da-doom, da-doom. So we're gonna sew 4 strips together. 4 strips, 2.5-inch strips on here. And then we're gonna sew these together. Once we sew them together, we'll press them out. We'll press the seams out. And then we're gonna cut those. And I think it becomes 8-inch squares. I think it needs 8-inch squares. You could double up on one of your strips there, Cynthia. You could do like 3 different colors. So 2 of them the same, like do 2 on the outside and 2 different ones on the inside, or do 2 on the inside, and you know, either way. So if you, that way, if you don't have 4 different colors. The pieces, it's actually pieces that came, pieces of fabric that came out of this. So it was a quilt kit. Like I said, I end up buying these quilt kits and end up making them however I want somehow or another. So that's what they came out of. So I don't think they're fat quarters. I don't think they're fat quarters. I don't know what the measurements are on them. So yeah, you found one. It's oh, how cool is that? Eyeballs, huh? That is fun. I like this one. This one's got a little ghost on it. The little ghosts are cute. The little ghosts are cute here, guys. I told my husband that I got to go through my stash because we're going to be making, somebody's going to be ordering a quilt around the 1st of October for a Christmas gift. And when somebody orders a quilt, I like to make that quilt online. That way you guys can see your quilt being made. So, I already did one for her earlier this year. She ordered a quilt. It's going to be a Christmas gift for her friend. It was with photos of the dogs. So it turned out really cool. And it was a lot of fun doing it on live because you guys get to choose. They got to choose what they wanted. They got to choose their fabric, how the squares worked, you know, all those things. And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Thank you for the follow, Catherine. Thank you for the follow. Okay. So now we have these 4 strips, and let me see, I gotta see how I sewed them together, because like I said, I already have one, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna take and we're gonna sew these together. So I'm gonna line these up so we end up sewing them together the same way. I guess, I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I'd like to have the same square all the way around, because like I said, I'm thinking on that panel, because we have that panel, I'm thinking of putting 1 on each corner. So need to do a live teaching us how to do photos on fabric. I can do that. I can do that. We'll have to figure that out. We'll figure that one out for you. So, but I'm thinking on that panel, and we could almost do, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We could do 2 in the middle too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 6 squares. We need 6 of these squares. I got faith. We can come up with 6 squares. I think we can come up with 6 squares because I have a lot more fabric too that we're going to add. I have more fabric that we're going to add to this. So let me see. 1, 2. Okay. We may have to cut more strips. I don't know. We'll see. Because that's going to give us 1, 2. I'm trying to think. We may cut, I think we're going to go ahead and cut 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, and then 2 is in 3. I need 1 more. I think I need another. I'm hoping we have enough. I hope we have enough here. Okay. So we're going to go this one, Good morning. Good morning. How are you this morning? I'm trying to think. That one, you know, lots of fun there. So we have this one, and then that one goes next. And then this one goes next. And then this one goes next. Then we have to do it. So this is going to give us, so that's 1, 2, 3. I need to cut another set of strips, guys. Let me cut one more set of strips. That way we have enough to put one on each corner. At least one on each corner here. We want to at least have one on each corner. So let me cut just one more set of strips right quick. Sorry, I should have done it when I did that. I should have done that when I did that one. 1, 2. And we'll keep the scraps. Keep the scraps. Keep the scraps. Da-doom, da-doom, da-doom. So we are doing a Halloween quilt this morning, y'all. We are doing a Halloween quilt, and I'm going to show y'all how to do this quilt square. I'm going to show you how to do this quilt square. And this is a fun quilt square. You need 4 different pieces of fabric here. 4 different pieces of fabric. 2.5 inch on the fabric. You end up with, when you get the square sewed together, you end up with a 10-inch square. Two. Halloween quilt, yes. Thanks for sharing, y'all. Okay. That one had a little bit more. Okay, so we needed... So we need this one first. Then we need this one. Then we need this one. Get back here. And then we need this one. Okay. So let's go sew these together, y'all. Did I still... What did I do? So it was that one, that one. Oh, it went that way. Okay. So we're going to go sew these together. Let's go sew these together because we're going to come back and I'm going to show y'all how to make this quilt square. I'm going to show you how to make this quilt square. It looks like a lot of confusing stitches there. I promise. It's an easy one. It's an easy one. We need a drink of coffee this morning. If we have time, I have a fun quilt square that I want to try. And I'm going to try that quilt square out with y'all. Because y'all are a lot of fun. Y'all are a lot of fun. All right. Cancel. Do you have another device to take pics with? Yeah, why? What are you thinking there? That way you can document to remember the designs. Oh, good idea. I didn't even think about that, Miss Cynthia. I had to clean my needle from yesterday. That ended up with sticky feet on the bottom of there. So, okay. So now we're going to just sew these strips. So we are doing a Halloween quilt this morning, Miss Amy. We are doing a Halloween quilt. And it's going to be cool. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for the heart me. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you. So yes, we are doing a Halloween quilt this morning. So now we're going to sew 4 strips together. We're going to sew these 4 strips together and we're going to go ahead and do, both sets of these strips because we need, thank you, Miss Amy. We need both of these. Thanks for the shares, Miss Renee. Thanks for the shares. We need both of these, sets to at least give us 4 squares because we need 4 squares. I want at least 1 square on each corner of that panel. And then we're going to add some other fun stuff. we're going to add some other fun stuff there. So I'm just doing a 1/4 inch seam on these, y'all, as we sew them together, just a 1/4 inch seam. And then once we sew all 4 of them together, we'll end up with a 8-inch block. So we're going to end up with an 8-inch block as we cut them. And I think we get 5 8-inch blocks out of this. And I just cut the width of the fabric. So on this when I cut it. So I'm going to see if I can find a stand-up desk, y'all, because I like to stand as I'm sewing. We need some starters here, y'all. We need some statas. We're going to turn that stitch down too. So 2.5-inch strips. We're going to sew all 4 of these 2.5-inch strips together. Once we get all these sewed together, then we will press the seams out, and then we will be cutting 8-inch squares. You'll be cutting 8-inch squares from these strips. And then we're going to sew again. As my dad said, you cut the fabric, you sew the fabric, you cut the fabric, you end up sewing the fabric back together again. Yeah. But I could tell him the same thing on his, because my dad was a Boilermaker and pipe fitter, so he was always cutting metal apart and welding it back together. So I was like, same thing, Dad. Same thing, Dad. Used to make welding hats with my mom. We had all of the construction workers would come during turnarounds. They call turnarounds when they have like like do overhauls or something at the power plants. They do, but they would come around and they'd end up buying the what do you call it? The welding hats. So. So we're going to sew all 4 of these together. I'll sit here and ramble on all day long, y'all. I'm going to sit here and ramble on as we're sewing here.